So this is what I call the Johnny Depp card trick. Inspired by his court case. Cards shuffled. And it really does start from an impromptu situation. And then we can actually, before we begin, I'm going to remove a prediction. So let me remove a prediction. Okay. And this could be with a card box right on top. Hopefully keeping in frame. Yeah. And we're also going to have a card selected as well. So, spectator next to me, let's say her name is Joanne. Joanne, can you help me out? She goes, sure. Awesome. So we're going to go across the cards like this, and you just tell me when to stop whenever you like. And she says stop, and I ask her the following question. Do you want to change your mind, or do you like the mind you have? And they usually go with, I like the mind I have. I go, okay, that's great, that's good. And they pick out their card and they show it to the audience. I will look away. Hopefully the card can be seen. I don't know. And right there. And then can be tossed inside the pack. Okay. And then fairly lost inside. And you can shuffle it on them. But the spectre can do this, or whichever. It can be out of my hands. So we leave it right there. So we're going to have some fun with your card. Okay. Joanne, I want you to look at me. They would. And I say, I want you to really imagine your card. Okay, this is hands off. I want you to really imagine your card. I want you to imagine it, every detail of it, everything, if it's red or if it's black, starting with that. I'm guessing, looking at your eyes, red, black. I'm getting more of a darker indication. I could be wrong, 50-50 chance, but let's go further with it. I'm guessing that it could be a low card, middle card, high card, or royal card. Middle, low, high, royal. Getting more of an indication off of like a middle, low card. So let's go around, let's say 2 to 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went into the 2 area just because I wanted to, just to be sure. You can never take too many precautions. So I guess it's like the 3 of clubs. And then I go, whoa, that's crazy. And that's one way of revealing it. And I usually give them the option that they can be mind read, the card can be revealed through the prediction, or I cut it out in some fancy way. And usually they have all 3 options, but 90% of the time it becomes a mentalism feat. And I said, wouldn't it be a curious thing to be able to see what would have happened had we checked the prediction? And they go, yeah. Now, I don't use duplicates, but I use matching cards to be able to do this. So you said 3 of clubs, then my prediction was the 3 of spades. Ooh la la. And for those curious if I would be able to cut the card out of the pack, or do it in a fancy manner, we could do it like so, getting that lovely 3 of clubs. I'm Dan. This is a triple revelation of the 3 of clubs in more ways than one, and as well is the Johnny Depp card trick. I thank you for your time. So before we jump into this fun little explanation, which I really think you'll enjoy and get a real smirk out of, if you can, give the video a like and subscribe as well for more magical content. And yeah, let's jump on into it. This is a really fun one, in my opinion. I came up with it while I was looking back on the Gemini Twins card trick, which was the initial inspiration. And then I wanted something attached to, but my motivation was the Johnny Depp court trial. It was just the way it played out that inspired me to be able to create this effect, simply put, okay? And so with the crediting aside, let's jump into it. This starts out impromptu, okay? You can shuffle the cards. Really, it does start out impromptu. They can, and then what we're going to do is, as setup, we said we're going to make a prediction before we begin, okay? We go across, and we notice, I did like the Gemini card trick, I noticed the top card of the pack. That is the 10 of hearts in this case, okay? And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to search for its mate to start off the prediction. So I spread on through and I'm searching for the 10 diamonds. So I say I'm going to search on through. I peek. I just push off and peek the top card real fast. And then I go through the pack to search for the 10 of diamonds in this case. So I'm going across. And then eventually I see it. Okay? And you can take your time. There's no rush to this effect. No one even knows what's going to happen. So I'm going to make a prediction. Set it over here. Boom. You're done. And just leave it visible for spectators. And in a sense, I wish I had a larger table to do this, but you want to keep some distance so people don't think you're sneak palming or switching, something to that nature near it. And then you can do a false shuffle if you want, retaining that other 10 diamonds right on top. I do what was this? A jog shuffle leading into a jog double undercut. So this might be fun for some people. I jog one card, I shuffle off, I shuffle forward and backwards, so it seems like it's very haphazard. I lift up at the break, and then the jog double undercut, which I know other people have talked about it, especially probably Daryl. Half the cards go down, half the cards above the break are jogged out right here. I toss everything at the break, toss it, and we got it right there. And then all the remaining cards are tossed right on top, retaining that top card. 10 hearts in this case. So again, jog, shuffle off. Okay, and I lift up at the break, tossing half the upper cards, tossing everything at the break, and then doing that. So in actual motion, it just looks like a really, really fair cut or fair shuffle, and boom, and then you got it. So, with that out of the way, now that we've set everything up, now we just have fun with it, pretty much. We do the rollover force, which is my favorite force. It involves misdirection, and it's just, oh, so sweet. We riffle the cards, and then you say, I'm going to riffle the cards for the first time, and you just tell them to stop whenever you like. And they go, okay. And then they say, stop. And then I ask them the humorous question, and I can only do this rollover force once per act because it's like the same line, or I have to change it up. So I can only do this force once or twice per show. But man, it is a wonderful force. So they said stop right here, and I asked them a question, do you want to change your mind, or do you like the mind you have? So humorous. And they're so thrown off by it because they're expecting this, and then I ask them a random question, and then they answer, I like the mind I have. Great. And if they say, I want to change my mind, I'm like, okay, no worries. And I say, stop. And I'll ask you again, do you want to change your mind? Do you like? And then they go, I like the mind I have. Okay, great. And so then we drop the cards onto the fingers, and then using these fingers, lever it over. This is the top card of the pack. This is the middle, okay? So we ask a question, and they look up. They cannot tell the difference between the packs. So I'm literally taking the top pack, rolling it on over, being very casual, no pressure, and then just like extend my hand forward, giving them the top card, what seems to be from the middle, which is really, really cool. So again, in action, it will look like this, and I'll do a slow motion again. Tell them to stop. Okay, do you want to change your mind? Do you like the mind you have? Oh, you like the mind you have? Oh, okay, just great. I just want to be sure. And then I push it, just toss it to them. They memorize their card. Seems like a casual process, nothing biggie, no biggie, and I forced it. It's quite hilarious. Thank you, Oz Perlman, for this, highlighting it in your DVD series. It's just such a great force. I don't even know who to originally credit for this. If it is Oz Perlman's, well played, good sir. Anyways, they say stop, okay, roll over. And we're looking up at them. No one's looking. I'm not even looking down at my hands. It's so casual action, just rolling over. And they go, oh yeah, no worries. And then extend it, and then leave it to them. And then they got the card. No one thinks any the wiser. And the whole deck is retained in this, which is great. In case you have other routines, or you extend this routine to involve more force cards or whatever, you don't have to worry about that. Anyways, so we got the card. And then, assuming you want to find it in some fancy way, you can control it, or you can peek it later and then palm it off to your pocket after you get the cards back and you search through and you got it. But I guess what I tend to do is I just tend to show it, put it on back, and then do whatever you want for control, whether it be a triple cut or, let's say, a double undercut. Again, you can let spectators shuffle the cards, or even if you want to be really, really clever, after you mix up the cards, you can palm it off and say, hey, give the cards shuffle as well. Palm it off, and you let them shuffle and act like you're pulling up your pants or some casual gesture, pulling out your phone, and you can put the card inside your pocket for another revelation. And these revelations are really what you choose for them to be. That could be the third one of the revelations. It really is just the work is over, and then you just have fun revealing it. So for this magic discussion or trick explanation, we've got the card box, we've got mentally reading out of them, which is what the spectators really want the most, being honest. And then the third revelation is revealing it, whether it be in the pack or in your pocket, whatever you choose to be. So you could even give them, and I usually mention this, I forgot to do in the performance initially, I say you've got the option of how you want me to reveal your card. I can do it by pseudo mind reading, I can, or mentalism, or whatever you want to call it. Not try and put a negative tone on mentalism. It's great. I love it. It's awesome. Just try and make it easy to understand for the spectator. Would you like me to mentally discern your card? I think that sounds better. Mentally discern your card. Do you want me to reveal my prediction, or do you want me to cut it out in a fancy way? And that sounds really cool, that they have that option. It's like, really? You have that much control over my card? And some people go, okay, mind read it on me. And to which you can use I have multiple ways I've gone about it. I've had, mentally discern your card. I have different ways on my channel to do it. Or you can see the performance for just a basic structure outline of how you do mental experience. And then modify it to your character. So I mentally read their card. It was the 10 of... I forgot. 10 of hearts. So I read it out of them. I'm blanking. Forgive me. 10 of hearts. I read it out of them. Then I go, do you want to cut it out or do you want to reveal the prediction? And they usually go for the prediction. They can lift it up. And I say, I don't use duplicates. I use matching cards. And if this is 10 diamonds, that must mean it really was a 10 of hearts. And then they react. Oh, cool. And then the third one can be whatever you want. Again, you could have already palmed it off, go to the pocket, or you can just palm off the card, go to the pocket. Or if you want to do any kind of revelation, however you want to reveal it, it's right on top. You could do a browy reversal. Was it this card? It's not this card, it's not this card, and then spread to show the reversal. The thing I did for the performance was I just did a rudimentary hot shot cut by Daryl. I just seen it on YouTube. It's a very popular one. And it's even gotten popular by social media magic content creators to just do a Charlier, get a break on it. You would want to have some experience in doing Charlier cuts and hot shot cuts to be able to do this. Then we lift up one card underneath the break. So you hold the break right here. And then from here you get one card. You have to use your thumb to gently lift one card up until you see the 10 of hearts. Take out the pinky break. You add the 10 of hearts to the lower part of the pack. Reinsert your pinky break. Lift up the packet. It's a lot of shifting, okay? It's not super easy, but I'm casually explaining it. Then from there, I start pushing on the card with my forefinger, and then rotating around the middle finger. And it rotates like this position, okay? Then swap out from my forefinger to my middle finger, and my middle finger is what's going to fire the card. And by putting pressure downward with the thumb and pushing up with the middle finger, we get the card to fly out, as Daryl had shown in his original hotshot cut. And again, you can just do the original hotshot cut as well. I believe it looks like. Well, it would be if it was on bottom of the deck, and then I would have to add it, and then do this. So I could basically recreate it. Let me try that again. So hotshot looks like this, adding that one card to there, and then doing this. But I know the hotshot, it usually starts on bottom, but you can do the same addition to get the card to the correct position and then show it. So, and or whatever your favorite method is. So this is just a very, very simple little trick, but I've had a lot of fun doing it, and people just go, wow, that's crazy. And magicians will be like, whatever, the method's too simple. Mentalists might be intrigued, but for the commercial user, this is pretty invaluable. Having a lot of impromptu pieces you can do at a moment's notice, and really has a lot of impact in a little time frame. And it's really worth a shot, at least in my opinion. So with that said, hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Give the video a like if you can, sub if you want to, and if you haven't checked out this video or this video yet, definitely check them out, and I will see you in the next video.